Cookie Chaos by Jenny Moore, illustrated by Robbie Hardianto. Chapter 1. Mattie was getting everything sorted for Grandma's big surprise party. She pulled a strand of seaweed from her hair and checked her to-do list. She and Dad had mopped the floor, dusted the shelves, and polished her big shell mirror until it gleamed. They hung the seaweed streamers and prepared the party food. The whale music Dad had recorded for Grandma's birthday present was all ready to play, and Mattie had finally finished the big birthday banners she'd been working on all week. "Happy birthday, Grandma," it said. "Hope you have a whale of a time." She'd even added a pinch of her mom's magic shell powder to the paint mix. It made the whales look like they were swimming. All that was missing now were the guests and Grandma, of course. Mom had taken her out of the days so Mattie and Dad could get things ready. Dad had popped out to pick up Grandma's old school friend Coral, and the other guests would be arriving soon. "That's everything on the list," Mattie told her pet lobster Lulu. "I think we're ready." Lulu tipped her head on one side, snapped his claws, and spun around in a circle. That's what he always did when he was excited. "I'm excited too," said Mattie. "I can't wait to see the look of surprise on Grandma's face. She's going to love the whale music and the special whale cookies I made." Mattie gasped. "Oh no, the cookies! I still need to ice them." Chapter 2. "We'll have to hurry," Mattie told Lulu, grabbing a mixing bowl. "Can you pass me the icing sugar? It's just behind you." "Thanks," she said, tipping the whole jar in without looking. She added a squirt of blue squid ink and a few vanilla drops, then mixed it all together. The finished icing was a little runny, but it would have to do. "There," said Mattie, when she finished. We did it, Lulu. 14 iced blue whales and one left over. There's not enough icing left for him, so I'll pop him in the biscuit tin for tomorrow." She stepped back to admire her work. The iced whales looked great. The sticky blue splashes all over the worktop didn't look quite so good. "I'll put these on the table while the rest of the food and then come back and tidy up," she said. Mattie washed up the mixing bowl and wiped up the spills and splashes so everything would be nice and clean for Grandma's big surprise. But Mattie was the one who was surprised when she picked up the empty icing sugar, and it wasn't a good surprise. "Oh no," she cried. "This isn't icing sugar. It's Mom's magic shell powder. Lulu must have passed the wrong jar by mistake." Mom sometimes used a tiny pinch of shell powder in her cooking to bring the flavors to ice life. She'd be happy for Mattie to add a pinch to her plate to give the whales on Grandma's birthday banner a bit of magic and movement. She would be happy when she discovered Mattie had used the whole jar to make icing dough. And what about the cookies? What would happen to them? Just then, a strange clicking, moaning noise came from the other room. "Uh-oh," said Mattie. "That sounds like a whale. Lots of whales." Chapter 3. Mattie's mouth fell open at the sight of her freshly iced whale cookies swimming off the plate. They weren't cookies anymore, though they were real whales, and they were growing bigger with every passing second. "Oh no, look, Lulu," she cried. "Mom's magic shell powder must have brought them to life. I can't give Grandma these cookies to eat, and there's no time to bake anymore. This is a disaster." Crash! A whale's tail set a tray of cheese and seaweed rolls flying across the room. Clatter! A whale fin brushed against the cauldron holder, sending knives and forks everywhere. Smash! A big plate of sea lettuce sandwiches broke into pieces as it hit the floor. Mattie started at the mess in horror. Two of the whales were tangled in the seaweed streamers. Rip! They tore through the streamers and they twisted themselves free, bringing the birthday banner down with them. No! Cried Mattie. Stop! Stay still! Don't get any bigger! But the whales keep swimming around in circles, knocking things over. They were still growing too. Soon they'd be too big to swim out the door. No! You need to get out of here or you'll get stuck. This way quickly, cried Mattie. The cave wasn't big enough for one fully grown blue whale, let alone 14. Chapter 4. It took a while, but at last the final whale squeezed through the door and swam away. Phew, said Mattie as she watched it go. We got them out just in time. But then she turned round and saw the terrible mess they'd left behind. Her heart sank. It's too late to save the party, though. Look, Lolo, they even broke the music player. That means we've got no party food, no decorations, and no special whale music to play for Grandma. It's going to be the worst birthday party ever. She burst into tears. Mattie was still crying when Dad arrived with Grandma's old school friend. Coral's dad stared around the cave in shock. What happened here? Are you okay? Mattie nodded. I'm sorry, Mattie, she said. I put magic powder in the icing by mistake and my whale cookies turned into real whales. They broke everything. I've ruined Grandma's party. Dad put his arms around her. It's okay, don't cry. I'll help you tidy up before she gets here. I'll help you too, said Coral. I'll whip up some party pancakes to replace the lost food. And look, here comes the other guests. If we all work together as a team, we can still save the party. Everyone was happy to help. Soon the cave was full of family and friends all working together. Soon, some were in the kitchen with Coral making big stacks of party pancakes. Others were cleaning up the mess in the main room, tidying and sweeping and changing the torn up banner. They didn't have long though. Quick, called Mattie, spotting Mom and Granddad through the window. Here she comes. Take your places, everyone. Chapter 5. Surprise! Everybody shouted as Grandma swam for the door. Happy birthday! Oh my, said Grandma. This is a surprise. How lovely. There were more decorations than this before, Mattie explained, and more food. Dad even recorded some special whale music for you too. But I had a bit of a mix-up with the icing sugar when I was finishing your whale cookies. She told Grandma what had happened. Her eyes filled with tears again at the thought of all that hard work going to waste. Grandma hugged her tight. What a shame, she said. Your cookie sounds lovely, but don't feel bad. Mattie, having all my friends and family together is the nicest present I could ask for, and I can't wait to tuck you into pancakes. Wait, I've just remembered, said Mattie. There's one cookie left in the biscuit tin. She fetched the spare cookies and gave it to Grandma. It's not iced, I'm afraid, and you'll have to imagine all its friends, she added with a wink. No, you won't, said Mom, pointing out the window. Look! Everyone watched in wonder as 14 blue whales swam slowly back past the cave, filling the sea with their song. Oh my, said Grandma. That was beautiful. This is the best birthday ever. The end.